friends. Today, once again, we bring you a terrifying story. A story that will force you to question whether spirits truly exist in real life. So without any further delay, let's begin today's horrifying tale. This story is about a cursed road located exactly 10 kilometers outside our city. People say that anyone who travels through this road never returns. Locals also believe that late at night, a strange auto rickshaw appears on this road, one with no driver. And whoever gets inside that auto is never seen again. For several days, this story kept disturbing me. I couldn't stop thinking about what actually happens on that road. Why does no one ever come back? Is it all just a rumor created by fear, or is there a horrifying truth hidden behind it? I am a professional videographer. My work is to explore mysterious places at night, document unexplained events, and reveal the truth to people. Because of this curiosity, one night I made a firm decision. I would take my camera and go to that haunted road myself. I wanted to wait there and see that driverless auto with my own eyes. At exactly midnight, I picked up my camera and left. I boarded a bus that dropped me near the road after about 30 minutes. As soon as I got off, the bus driver looked terrified. He warned me that the bus would not go any further and told me to be careful. Without waiting for a response, he turned the bus around and disappeared into the darkness. Near the road, there was a small tea stall. I decided to sit there for a moment and have a cup of tea before moving forward. The tea vendor barely spoke, but his eyes were filled with fear. The silence around that place felt unnatural, as if the entire area was holding its breath. By then, it was already 1 a.m. I picked up my camera and started walking toward the road. After walking for about 10 minutes, I found myself surrounded by dense forest. This was the same road people spoke about, the road from which no one ever returned. It was completely deserted. There were no vehicles, no lights, and no signs of life. It felt as if this road had been abandoned for decades. That's when I noticed a warning sign on the side of the road. It read, "Entry strictly prohibited." The moment I read those words, a chill ran down my spine. The air suddenly turned cold, and the silence of the forest felt heavier than before. I stood there for a few seconds, my heart pounding violently, but something inside me refused to turn back. I tightened my grip on the camera and slowly stepped forward. Tall trees lined both sides of the road. Their branches moved slightly, even though there was no wind, almost as if something unseen was signaling me to come closer. Several times, I felt like someone was walking right behind me. But whenever I turned around, there was nothing. Only darkness. A few minutes later, my camera screen began to flicker on its own. The battery, which had been fully charged, started draining rapidly. I was trying to understand what was happening when suddenly, I heard the sound of an engine behind me. My heart nearly stopped. I slowly turned around and saw an old, rusted auto rickshaw standing in the middle of the road. Its headlights flickered unnaturally. But the most terrifying part was this. There was no driver. Yet, the engine was running. With trembling hands, I looked inside the auto. Several people were sitting there. Their faces were pale, their eyes completely black, and their expressions lifeless. They didn't look human. They looked like walking corpses. One of them slowly lifted his head and stared directly at me without blinking. In a deep, freezing voice, he said that they had been waiting for me. I gathered what little courage I had left and asked who they were. The answer shattered my soul. They told me they were the people who had once come to this road and never returned. Some had died in accidents. Some were murdered and dumped in the forest. Others had simply vanished without a trace. At that moment, I realized this road wasn't just haunted. It was a final destination for the lost and the forgotten. I tried to run. I ran as fast as I could, but the road seemed to stretch endlessly. No matter how far I ran, I couldn't escape. The trees appeared to move closer, and strange whispers filled the air. Suddenly, the auto appeared in front of me again. This time, the back seat was empty. That same chilling voice spoke once more, telling me that it was now my turn. My camera slipped from my hands. Darkness closed in around me, and I felt something pull me backward with unimaginable force. The next morning, locals found my camera lying beside the road. It was still recording. There was no sign of me, only my terrified voice in the final footage, warning anyone who might hear it to never come to that road. After that, the screen went completely black. Even today, people say that every night at exactly 1 a.m., a driverless auto appears on that cursed road, and inside it, one seat always remains empty, waiting for the next passenger.